When a relationship ends, or when you change jobs, pretty much the same thing happens. Because when you change a job, your whole environment changes. The people around you, or your work colleagues, are not the same. Because they're not just your work colleagues, because you made friendships, you're used to the routines. And that is what pretty much happens when you get divorced. Because you don't have the same network of friends around you. Your entire environment's changed because you've moved out of the house, or the house has gone, been sold. Everybody's starting afresh. In my case, I completely moved out of the city and moved just short of 200 miles away. And that totally changed my environment, changed the people around me. And as human beings, we're creatures of comfort, in the sense that we take comfort in our environments, we take comfort in the people around us. And that really is important to us, because we need a tribe, we need people around us, because that community, the contact, is part of our basic needs for survival. When I got divorced 15 years or so ago now, it is 15 years this year, I lost my tribe, I lost my community. And the level of isolation that comes with that is at the other extreme, really. We don't seem to realize the level of emotional turmoil that an individual would go through when their whole life comes crumbling down around them. Because when you're having a problem in your life, say, I'm having issues in my job. I have a partner, husband to talk to. I have my friends to talk to. And until I kind of sort myself out, process all of that, the emotion around it, and move on to another job, really. Because you've left one job, you move on to another, but most of your environment stays stable because you've still got your friendships, you've still got your partner, you've still got your home. But if the partner's gone, your home has gone, your job has gone, and your entire network has gone, even though you think you've still got your network, but your network's gone as well. And it gradually becomes apparent that that isn't the same network for you, and you've got to start from scratch. You do end up in a level of disorientation, despair, just in a pit, really, wondering how to climb out. And that can lead to clutching onto straws, really. Any kind of attention you get, any kind of communication, connection that you're developing, whether in your heart of hearts that's the kind of person you want to be with, or that's the kind of person you want to be around, won't really be crossing your mind. You're just craving that attention. As soon as you get it, you take it. you're not objective about what that person's motives can be, or whether they are the right kind of people, or the kind of people that you would normally be spending time with. And that could lead to relationships that are actually abusive relationships, because what I'm trying to say is that because I got divorced 15 years ago and then I was completely lost, within a year I was in another relationship which wasn't very functional for me. In fact, more dysfunctional than reasons for having got divorced in the first place. And that only happened because mentally and emotionally I was so lost and so confused that I didn't know what I wanted and what I needed, because your foundation is completely rocked. In the process of a divorce, when you lose everything, you just clasp at straws, and sometimes bad ones that will make you sink. And all of these things really need reflection and time out, and that doesn't always happen straight away. I think I was forced to do that by working in the Middle East and really literally going to the desert to recover. But for most people, the opportunity is there to look for someone to have a conversation with, to find that support with someone that's not emotionally attached to your situation.